Welcome back, everybody, to the Nosebleed Sports Podcast. I'm Chris Witt, and with me, as always, is Mr. Adam Schmidt. Adam, how are you today, sir?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I am wonderful. I got the phone hooked in, so it makes a lot of weird noises in the headphones.
I don't have anything in mind.
Yeah, no headphones?
No, there we go.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get the headphones to work at some point in time.
Moving the cord is so funny that's what
that's the cheap electronics that we bought 5 years ago are finally starting to go out on us after doing this podcast. It might be time to get a We have got the Mount Rushmore of TV theme songs.
It's gonna be so fun.
It's insane. I mean, there's a gazillion that are amazing, and if you hear the song, boom, to find the best four is going to be almost impossible.
I know it.
But we're going to give it a go. We're going to try. We'll do everything we can to make it fun. We also have Shane Gillis, beautiful dog. That we have to go over is our comedy segment. But we start every week off with Reese's.
That's right.
Adam, this week's Reese's is brought to you by Reese's.
That's right. Loyal sponsor to the Reese's segment. And we are going
excited about this because you've got a plate. You baked some cookies, didn't you?
I baked some cookies, buddy. This is there's going to be a sub tasting too. Okay. Because this is Reese's peanut butter cookie dough, specifically cookie dough, because it is bakeable and also edible raw.
Nice.
So
this is funny. So I love this that it says eat or bake on here, safe to eat raw, right? Like I've been eating raw cookie dough since I was a kid,
whether it's safe or not.
I could care less if it's got raw eggs in it. What does that matter? I mean, Rocky used to eat them.
They must have changed the way they make them or make the dough or something, because in recent years you can buy tons of different edible cookie dough.
Yeah, it says edible cookie dough. So, whereas in the past, I guess the raw eggs that weren't cooked in it, that's the only thing I could think that would be bad, that would get you.
I guess. So it's up to you. We don't have to do this, but of course you can see the ones that were baked.
No, we're doing both.
The doughs. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to do the dough first, or do you want to do the cookie first?
Your call.
No. I asked you.
Let's get the dough out of the way first.
Get the dough out
because I know the cooked ones the baked ones are going to be incredible.
Well, I mean, I know that this is going to be incredible. So, all right. So this is Reese's peanut butter cookies cookie dough.
That's right.
All right. So I'm a big cookie dough guy.
Yeah, me too.
I love chocolate chip cookie dough. Peanut butter cookies aren't exactly my favorite usually.
Okay.
However, this just tastes like I'm eating Reese's peanut butter, which is amazing.
Yep.
That went down the hatch way too easy. I'm going to go with a 9.8 on the cookie dough.
Okay.
I'd eat the entire thing. I would have never cooked them. I don't know. We'll see. I might have.
Wait a sec. Yeah. I did do the fork prints myself.
Well done.
Thank
nice.
You. They didn't turn out as good as mom's back in the day, but my first attempt at peanut butter cookies on my own.
That's that
one was pretty good.
You just took them out of a bag and put them in the oven. No. I take that back. You did lay the fork print down.
I did. There was some elbow grease in it.
All right. Okay. I mean, 9.7. This is just below the cookie dough. These are delicious. I could eat 1 million of these.
Well, you got 6 more.
You don't like them?
No, I do.
Oh,
I do. I love them, in fact. I should have said something about napkins, but that's okay.
Here.
I got a napkin right here.
Little aluminum foil napkin.
All right. You got a 9.8 on the dough, a 9.7 on the cookie, right?
Yeah.
I'm going 9. I'm going 9 on the dough, 9 flat,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go 9.6 on the
Yeah.
on the
That's a good
cookie.
score.
I think I like the cookie a little bit better than the dough,
Mhm.
but of course I love the dough.
Yeah. Delicious in all ways. So
Okay.
speaking of cookies, I had a dentist appointment the other day.
Oh, we love dentist stories on this podcast.
I had to get a cavity filled. Yeah.
Okay.
So, a couple things about this. Number one, I'm going to ask you if you know anybody that's ever had this specific cavity filled.
Okay.
Number two, my dentist's. Can I say the dentist? I can say the dentist's name, right? That's like repping somebody. That's like free advertisement.
Yeah, if it's a good story, yeah.
Yeah. So, my dentist is Dr. Laura Schiller.
Shout out Schiller.
She's pregnant, or maybe just had a baby. I don't know. She's on leave. She took over the business.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Welcome to the family, right?
Yep. Yeah. Oh God. Welcome to the family.
Oh, the best.
All right. So she took over the business from her aunt, whose name is Laura Schiller.
Wow.
Yeah. How crazy is that? So they didn't have to change the sign out front.
Smart.
So you've got Dr. Schiller and you got Dr. Laura. Dr. Laura's pregnant out. Dr. Schiller would work every now and then, the old lady. Well, she's back doing big time work while the young lady's out of the office. So she did the cleaning the other day. It was the fastest I've ever got in and out of that place. I don't even know that she looked at my teeth at all. She just said you have a cavity that needs filled. And we already knew that. I had to get my root canal done before they wanted to fill this. So we'll start with the first thing. Have you ever heard of anybody that needed one of their front teeth, a cavity filled in a front tooth, like one of your top front teeth? I needed a cavity filled in one of my top front teeth. How does that happen?
Theoretically, it makes sense, but no, I really haven't ever thought of that or
never
heard
happened
of it
before. I asked. They walked in. They said, "Hey." I walked in. They said, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "I gotta be honest with you. I got a question. My wife says that she's never met anybody that had cavity filled in their front tooth. What's wrong with me?" And they're like, "Nothing. We do this all the time." I'm like, "Yeah, but how many teeth do those people have left when you fill their front cavity, right? Like, is that one of their last 3 teeth and you're just trying to keep it going? Or how does it work?" Haha, funny. So old lady Doc, grabs, they put a little cream on there first, a little goo to get a pre-numb. And then they stick that old needle in there.
They give you a prenuptial agreement.
So my tongue never went numb.
Nice.
Because it was like she stuck me like under my nose. My nose was completely numb. I couldn't feel my nose because it was in the front, up at the top, right? It's a weird place. So this was I'm already feeling weird.
When you say your nose was numb, you couldn't feel it, but could you smell?
Yes, I could still smell. 100% I could smell because I could smell it.
That must be a strange feeling.
It is different. So anyway, Doc grabs the old drill, to get the heavy machinery work going down. Mm-hmm. And
shout out to Walt.
I'm looking up at her, and her hands look like a normal 60-something, 70-something-year-old woman's hands. They got a little shake to them. She didn't turn it on yet, and I felt she like put it up to my tooth, and it it moved around a lot, and I'm like, this lady is going to drill all of my teeth. My whole face is going to be drilled out by the time she's done. There was about as nervous as I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah.
I had this woman with hands visually shaking in front of me, holding this tool that is a drill that drills your teeth or whatever. Anyway, she took care of business. I assume it went well. She didn't do the filling though. I'd rather I guess maybe her hands were too much. She didn't do the filling. So she leaves to go do a crown. and have somebody else come in to do the filling part where they just, put your goo in there and put the green or the purple light on you. And somehow that purple light hardens whatever it is. I have zero idea.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. It literally, I was counting it. It beeps every 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It was never on my tooth ever longer than 4 beeps, which is 20 seconds. There is no way that you've got this thing that hardened up just because you put a purple light on it.
I've had the same thing.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it's a weird technology.
It is what it is. So anyway, that was my cavity story. I had old shaky hands take care of me.
Old Dr. J. Fox, huh?
I assume it's good. So I've got this problem. I clench my teeth. I've done it since I was a kid. I used to grind my teeth. Like my mom said, she could hear me from my room grinding my teeth. I got little chiclets, dude. These things are about gone. So they gave me this mouth guard, okay, because they're like, you gotta stop, or your teeth are gonna be gone. You're not gonna have anything left. These little chiclets, they don't show. I smile and my lip hangs down lower than my teeth do with my mouth open. So I got this little thing, this mouth guard they gave me before. Overnight I bit right through it. So really? I had to go get a thicker one made at the same time.
Is this the first time you've used the mouth guard?
Yes. Well, no, I've used it before because I did this whitening for life. So every time I go there, they give me some whitening gel and I'm supposed to use it, but I hardly ever do. But I paid $100 for the rest of my life to have it. So I tell them, yes, I'm still using it. Give me that gel stuff. Nice. Every now and then I'll throw it in there. Anyway, that tray is the one I bit through. And they're like, oh no, you need a night guard. You need that thick. And she's talking to the doctor and she goes, yeah, I think I'm going to go +2 sizes. She said, +2? Said, yeah, I'm going to start with the night guard size and I'm going to go up 2. I was like, man, these people must think I'm crazy. I'm a clincher ×2.
You got a 2 gauge.
Dude, this thing is thick. And wow. They're like, yeah, you can go to sleep in it. I'm like, yeah, you might be able to go to sleep with this thing on your face, but I'm not.
So now my mouth is full of a guard and my nose is numb. How am I going to breathe?
It was, yeah. And, yeah.
But it worked, huh?
It did.
But it worked. But it didn't work because you bit right through it.
Bit right through that sun gun.
Yep. Wow. Did you call him and say, hey, this is too, I need a
Oh no, the thicker one I haven't bit through yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't even worn it to bed yet. I've had it for a couple of days.
Hey, I mean, your mom said she could hear you from the other room grinding your teeth at night. Has your wife ever complained about that?
No, I don't think I grind anymore. I think now it's more of a clinch.
See, I clinch.
And I catch myself all the time. I like unsuck my face. Like my face is sucked in and I'm tightening real. I catch myself all the time.
Same.
So Anyway, I'm about to lose my teeth. I'm about to just get some porcelain veneers. I like that.
At some point, man.
I'm all about it, man. There's a lot of Hollywood stars. Everybody, they're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go get some porcelain veneers. I'm gonna tell you right now, it doesn't look like it's a lot of fun to have it done. But them things are good as gold. You can't hurt them bad boys.
Big J. Okerson just got some.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Hitman Hollow on Wild 'N Out's got him. Man, that changed his whole mouth. He had little chiclets. Now he's got the biggest daggone smile you ever seen in your life.
Yeah, I have gum recession. They ask me every time if I grind my teeth.
Yeah.
Or what?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Or whatever. I don't. They make some suggestion of that I'm doing something that they're wearing away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I clinch, but I don't think I grind.
Right.
And so I'm going down the same road.
So gum recession, right? So these people, it's the funniest thing in the entire world. Every couple times I go to the dentist, when I was a kid, it never happened. But they go through and they have somebody on a computer and it's 1 through 4 are the numbers. Have I talked about this before?
Yeah.
Have I? It's the craziest thing. They ever do that for you?
I feel like yes.
And it's like 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4. And I'm like 4 mesial bleeding on the 3 side. And I'm like, you guys are like a hip hop song. And they're like 1, 2, 2 to the 3 to the 4 to the 3, 3 to the 1 bleeding. See, I'm mesial 1, 2 right. What is going on over here?
That sounds right.
Yeah. I think distal, mesial. I got all the numbers, man. I figured them all out.
I think I've made the binary code joke before.
Oh, have it? Yeah, exactly.
Like binary code.
Anyway, I love going to the dentist. It's fun. I love talking to the people there. It's always fun, but every time I leave, I got something else. $69 for that mouth guard.
Is it expensive?
I was like, why didn't you tell me that before? I would have told you I don't need one. I don't care about that. I'm not paying $70.
You go to Dick's and get the boil and bite football mouth guard.
Yeah, I'd rather just wear that thing. So now I feel like I gotta wear this thing because I just paid $70 for it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, but and then I went to Columbus afterwards.
Okay.
Went and for work, made a couple stops, ended up in Delaware, Ohio, Delaware County.
Okay.
They have a harness racing during their fair, the Little Brown Jug. So I stopped in, watched a little harness racing, watched some horses run around. And I'm going to tell you, met some of the nicest people I ever met in my entire life. I was walking around there. I talked to some lady that had this eye headgear on that floated down and had a light on it. I mean, she just couldn't read up close. And then her little husband's telling me she's got macular degeneration. And she gave me the link to figure out where I could buy these things. Like, it was nice.
Her little husband.
Her little husband. So it was a good day all around. So after that, I go to the Clippers game. Okay.
Yeah.
Columbus Clippers. Dude, it's the last 10-cent hot dog, last dime a dog day that they have for the year. I walk in on a Tuesday at 6:40, 6:45. And that place was crazy busy. I mean, the lines were wrapped around places. It was insane.
For a 10-cent hot dog.
For a 10-cent, and you can get up to 10. Ooh. And these people were walking out with trays of dogs, bro. Anyway,
they taste like 10 cents too. Don't
they look like I didn't need them.
Yeah,
they look like 10 cents. I didn't need that.
You were somewhere else recently.
I went to Roosters afterwards.
Nice, good choice. Where did you go to a game in Toledo or something recently? Because we were talking before you went to a game a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And there was going to be a hot dog sale there.
Oh, yeah. Right? No, that was here. That was in Charleston with the Charleston. What are these guys called? What's on my hat? What is that thing?
Some kind of chicken or chicken with a headlight on or.
Yeah, what were they called? They're the Charleston Mud Hens. No, that's the Toledo Mud Hens. These aren't the Mud Hens. These are something else. This hat came from. Anyway, it came from Charleston. Dirty Birds. South Charleston Dirty Birds. That's what it was. It's supposed to be some kind of hot dog thing, and it was not. There was no deals. There was no half price beers. There was no nothing. I went up there and I was like, man, $8 is half price. And the guy's like, huh? And I was like, never mind. I forget I spoke any words at all. Forget my words. Forget that words came out of my mouth. I apologize.
I like the hat though. It's cool.
Yeah, it's a nice little hat.
Love a minor league ball cap.
Yeah. This isn't even minor league. This is like independent league.
Oh,
yeah. They played the Lexington
Legends.
No.
Wow.
The Lexington Counterclocks. The C was backwards on their hat.
Nice.
Like counterclockwise or whatever.
Yeah.
It was the silliest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Are the Legends not a team anymore?
I don't know. They could be. I mean, I'm not. They may not be. There could be another team in Lexington that's in a different something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this was the Lexington Counterclocks. Anyway, so I'm at the game and I got standing room only seats. And I walk down and I'm standing there and this tiny little old fella starts, chatting me up because apparently on my head it says, please talk to me on my forehead.
Yep.
So old boy's talking to me and we're having a good old conversation. He's 64. He's his girlfriend is 34.
Good for that guy.
He's the same age as his soon-to-be father-in-law. Oh no, it is his wife. They are married. He's the same age as his father-in-law. Yeah. How crazy is that? And it's not like he's some good-looking old dude. He was about 5'2", and it was crazy. So he showed me pictures of his wife and cars and all the stuff that he does in his pastime. on his phone.
He sounds
20 minutes.
64.
I was looking at this old man's phone with next to his orange Powerade that he brought with him for 20 minutes, staring at photos of him and his wife and the gator mask with his glasses that cover his glasses because he loves to go to dirt track racing. Just a great guy, though. Just an all-around nice guy. After that, I go to Roosters for dinner after the game's over, about 8:30. Go to Roosters, sit down. The place is packed. There's only one seat left. I sit down. There's this nice gentleman next to me, and he's talking about basketball, and he runs this basketball organization, and he's got to make a phone call to a coach. This coach had 10 kids on their team last year, third grade team. Had 10 kids on their team last year, and he got all he got 5. What do you call those? Parents fill out a
Permission slip?
No, at the end of the year to say how you did. What's that called?
Oh, like an evaluation.
An evaluation. And all 5 were very bad.
Oh,
very bad. And I'm like, he's
now,
like,
you know, as well as I do, that can be
absolutely.
Somebody's not happy,
well,
and they try to influence all the other.
He even said, we're sitting there talking, and he said, look, if it was 1 or 2, I'd be like, whatever, that happens. But we got 5 from the team, and all 5 said the same things. And it was about his kid wasn't good enough to be there, and his kid got special treatment, and he was really hard too hard on the kids for third graders, and screamed and yelled and got kicked out of 2 games and was on the referees all the time, technicals all over the place, blah, blah, blah.
In
blah.
third grade basketball.
Third grade
okay,
basketball.
Yeah, that guy should be gone.
Yeah. So he calls this dude, and it was the best conversation I've ever heard a guy do. I mean, it was amazing. He told
his conversation.
He did it right there. He had his earbuds in. He's just talking. He's like, I got to do this. And he's reading off his computer sitting at the bar. He's from Massachusetts. He went to school at Butler, and he's moved all over the world or all over the country. And he was traveling for work that day, and he's talking to this guy. And I'm like, it was unbelievable. This guy basically told his coach under him. He's the president of whatever travel basketball organization. And he basically told this dude he's a piece of garbage. And the guy was like, yeah, well, we'll talk about it later. Basically send me all of these things. I want to look at them, but I think I can get better. And I really appreciate the feedback. And he straight told this dude all the terrible stuff, but did it in the nicest daggone way I've ever heard in my life. He hung up the phone, and he's like, oh man, I've been dreading that. I said, that was amazing. I said, that was like no one. He's like, I wasn't sure if he was going to start yelling, get upset. I said, how could anyone yell at you the way
like
you were
talking? Get kicked out of games.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like hearing the stuff about this dude, and then that he's like, yeah, the guy apparently was like, yeah, I kind of figured this call was coming, wasn't sure, and it was crazy. It was crazy. And then I talked to him for another 30, 45 minutes before I left and went back to the room. I just had a great Tuesday.
That's awesome.
Was it Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. It's yesterday.
Yesterday,
I just met all kinds of nice people. His name was Chris too. How about that? Met all kinds of great people.
Good guy.
It's just a great people day. It was a great people day.
You are so much more patient with, and you even enjoy it. It seems like meeting new people just out anywhere, just strangers.
Oh yeah.
And especially like the 64-year-old guy who's showing you stuff in his phone. I mean, to stand there and keep going with the guy, and I know I can picture how you're doing. You're like so friendly, acting like you're into all this stuff.
So hold on. First off, I want to correct a word that you just used, because my sister does this to me all the time.
Okay.
And Aaron does, my wife does it too. You said acting like you're so interested in what's going on. I am genuinely interested in what these people got going on, man. It's kind of cool. It's something that they really love. There's got to be something cool to it. I want to know why you love stock car racing in the mud so much.
I like that. Thank you for the correction. You're right.
Yes.
So
that makes me sound fake. That makes me sound like it's totally fake. There's nothing fake about it.
And let me tell you why I did that. Because I'm projecting exactly what I would have done. Okay. you are genuinely interested because you're a genuinely nice guy. I try to act like a nice guy, but if I've got some stranger trying to show me pictures of his cars in his phone, I'm like,
This picture.
I'm working on how I'm getting out of that the whole time.
Yeah. I need to start working on how to get out of conversations because
but
sometimes I push myself further deeper into the conversation that I don't know if that person wanted to continue to talk to me, but we've already started. Now you're in. Now you're locked into a conversation with Chris Witt. It could be a half hour.
Well, I mean, look, if somebody approaches you and starts talking to you about stuff, obviously they're up for it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Some people just need to talk, and then you meet really, really good, nice people that way. And it makes you look at the world different.
Yeah,
because there's a lot more good, nice people than there are the loud idiots that you see on social media or hear on the news and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you don't let yourself meet some of those people, then all you think is just that there's people out there crazy like people on the news.
Yeah, that's true. I have so many instances, especially going through social media, and I'm on it way too much, of feeling like devastation, like it just extreme disappointment in overall people. I experience that all the time, especially seeing social media.
Yeah.
And it's it's tough. I think we might be having some technical difficulties
I just
here.
saw something blinking, but it still says recording, so we might be all right.
It's where sometimes our emotions. I'll move my hand,
and then
a minute later.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, it'll come through whenever it comes through. Oh gosh, man, I'm like Jackie Chan in this thing. My karate chops coming so fast. So anyway, I just thought it would be. I just thought it was a nice day of meeting good people.
I love that.
Good conversations.
I love that. I feel like there are very few days that I get to the end of the day and I'm like, you know what? That was a good day.
Yeah.
Very, very few.
Yeah.
I don't know if you feel like that, but that's awesome to hear that.
Yeah. And I don't want it to sound, I mean, I feel like now it sounds like maybe I just go walk up, stand next to somebody and start talking to them. That's not how it goes.
No.
I said, now the one guy next to me at the bar afterwards when I was eating dinner, I did say, man, I apologize. I heard what you were saying there and then kind of went that way. And he jumped right in and came back talking to me. I wasn't trying to carry a conversation. I was just like saying like, man, I feel for you. That's tough. And then that was before he made the phone call. He was talking to somebody else out loud on his earbuds, about the phone call he had to make. And I was, man, I feel you. That's tough. I kind of get you. And I don't know why I feel like I have to engage there, but I do. But then it turned into a big whole long ordeal. But the other guy, I didn't say a word to. He just started talking to me.
There you go.
But I had my talk to me hat on.
You had your talk to me hat on.
Talk to me hat on.
Come and talk to me. That's a great day. Yeah. I'm glad for you.
So, there you go.
I love to hear the leadership, it sounds like, from that guy, the basketball guy.
Great, man. It's awesome. And he went to Butler. He said that Thad Matta is only a couple years older than him. Oh. And I was like, you're an old dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, he had like a 20-something-year-old kid and then like a 16-year-old kid. And I was like, man, Thad Matta's kids are definitely older than that.
Oh.
Or maybe he was telling me Thad Matta had left Butler a couple years before he got there. That might have been it.
Oh.
That would make more sense.
Did he? So he didn't look.
I don't know, man. I'm going to tell you, like Andre Edwards, there are some black dudes that when they shave their head and they have no facial hair, I couldn't tell you if that dude was 68, 70 years old or if he was 38 years old. I couldn't tell you. That is good. Just a good looking man. Just a good looking dude.
I have trouble figuring out how old people are all the time.
Sure.
All the time.
Yep.
Okay. That's good. Great stories.
What's going on with you, bud? Anything good this week?
Man, yeah, we had the last 2 days they had an ice cream truck. They brought an ice cream truck to work.
What?
Free ice cream.
2 days in a row?
2 days in a row for just some employee appreciation deal.
Nice.
Yeah. That's some good ice cream.
That's about as employee appreciative that you could ask for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I don't want a pizza party. But I'll take cookies and ice cream.
And that is on the heels of from Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday is ice cream day at work, where they have a big freezer full of different kinds of ice creams, ice cream bars, ice cream sandwiches.
Unbelievable.
And you go in there between certain times on Wednesdays. That's over now, but they brought in the ice cream truck. It was pretty good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Man, that's a big perk.
Yeah.
That's a big perk.
It was real good. Real good.
Good.
Anyway, that's the big news in my life.
That's awesome. Do you want to go to should we jump into the Mount Rushmore? Big news in my life is ice cream. All right, let's do it. Can I tell you something? You've been wearing these classic leather Reeboks for a while coming over here. Crispy clean. It's probably the 4th or 5th time I've seen them.
Okay.
Crispy clean. And dude, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you got no creases. How do you get no creases?
By wearing them only here.
I gotcha.
No, I've worn them a few other times, but yeah, I don't wear them very often. I'm still not sure if I like them.
Okay.
But I here's what I've done for like the last 10 years. I will go to an outlet mall.
Yeah.
And buy 4 or 5 pairs of shoes at a time. And spend maybe $200 or something like that on 4 or 5 pairs of shoes.
Oh, that's good. Because
yeah, I'm trying. I bargain shop for shoes now. I don't really buy the. Once in a while, if I'm buying basketball shoes and I find some that I really like, I'll go 120 maybe. Never more than that.
Sure,
never more than that.
Yeah.
And for regular shoes that I'm going to wear all the time, I'm branching out a little bit into different stuff because this really isn't me.
No, it's not like that's not your normal look, but
I'm branching out a little bit and I'm going cheaper. I'm slowly getting to the Air Monarchs or the
Oh no, dude, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Because I'll tell you, the Air Monarchs are still there, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Those are there, and you got the New Balance. I don't know what the New Balance one is. But the one that's really coming in now lately I've been seeing are these Skechers slip-ins or whatever.
Oh yeah, Joe Montana.
Snoop Dogg tell you all about them too, man. But dude, I'm gonna tell you, they don't like the colors that Snoop Dogg has in the commercial. They don't sell those colors. I'm pretty sure those are all custom straight for Snoop in his jumpsuit that he had on.
He's got gold Skechers on.
So I'm looking at your shoes and your socks, and the other day I set out some clothes for the boy to wear.
Your 10-year-old
my
son.
10-year-old, right? He normally does his own thing, but I don't know. Every once in a while he just say, "Dad, will you give me some clothes for mom?" Okay. I grab a pair of Under Armour socks, Nike shorts, and I think it was Under Armour or Nike shirt, and then he's got Nike shoes. And you'd have thought that I just put on that boy like a neon pink shirt with I don't know, neon pink, slightly different shade short. The socks with the shoes were the biggest, or the socks with the rest of the outfit. Like
the brand has to match.
The brand has to match. If he's got Under Armour shorts on, he needs an Under Armour shirt and Under Armour socks. If he's got Nike on, Nike, it's got to be Nike throughout. Because it's all Nike and Under Armour is what that kid has apparently in his locker. In his closet.
Yeah, you guys have tons of locker space in this.
We do. Well, actually, we do have lockers in our garage where the kids put their stuff.
Sure.
So anyway, I see the Champion socks and the Reebok on the shoes, and hey, my house, but I can't rock that way.
I've heard this before. I don't. Maybe it was here. I can't remember, but I've heard somebody say this.
I'm
before.
sure I've told the story. Before. I tend to tell the same stories over and over and over.
I do the same thing, but I'm just not on. I've got I bought like 2 packs of champion socks from TJ Maxx one time. So I wear those all the time.
$6 for
I've got
40 pairs of socks.
I've got Nike shoes, I've got Adidas shoes, I've got these Reeboks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just
You don't have any
I'm not going to
champion
be able
shoes.
to. Yeah, I don't have Reebok socks. I mean,
No.
I
Look, let me tell you, I don't care. It just popped in my head. I didn't mean to call you out on that.
no, totally fine. It's I like I said, I've heard that before, and I don't know. I just don't care about the match, I guess.
You'll never know what brand socks I have on because you can never read. You can't see them ever. My socks, I can't do those socks. You've been wearing those kind with like the what do you call that?
Yeah,
the
like
the low mid
quarter
or something like that.
I don't even know.
Yeah. I every pair of socks that I have like goes just to the ball of my ankle, and that's it. I've got Reebok socks, I got Under Armour socks, I got Hanes socks, I got every kind of sock in the world, but none of them go over the ball of my foot, and every pair of shoes I have goes right to the top of them. So yeah, I can wear whatever socks I want.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
According to, I don't know. I also wore brown shoes and a black belt the other day. That was a mistake.
Is that wrong?
Apparently.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Black shoes, black belt, brown shoes, brown belt.
I go black belt, whatever shoes. I got gray shoes and brown shoes and black shoes.
That reminds me, man, this might be a long podcast. I apologize.
No, it's fine.
Went to the Precinct. First time I ever been to a Jeff Ruby's restaurant.
Nice.
Went to the Precinct this past weekend.
How was that?
Sunday. Food's delicious. I mean, the food's unbelievable. You ever been?
No.
Okay. The food's unbelievable. I have an issue with nice places. We did go to some fancy steakhouse once with my mom and dad. It wasn't Ruby's. It was something else. But they got like a guy that brings this like thing that pulls the breadcrumbs off of, like after you have the bread in the very beginning, like he comes by, takes everything, and he's got this like blade, and he just pulls the breadcrumbs off of the table and puts them on a little plate that he's got. Like, it's insane. And there's like 5 people that help you. I don't know why I need 5 servants. I guess they feel like servants. It's really weird. I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know how to talk. I don't know. I don't know how to speak.
How to speak.
Yes. Sorry. I can't. I don't know, man. That ain't my gig. That ain't my deal. It's not my deal. I enjoyed it. The food was amazing. But not my, and thankfully I married somebody. It's not her cup of tea. We were joking while we were there with my mom and dad. We're all Chandler's people. Like, Chandler's is our precinct on the west side. Like, that's our fancy place to go eat on the west side. We go. I was like, man, I could probably go to the bar up here, and I could get this $15 salad and like a $12 beer, and I'd be like, okay, well, I got to eat. The salad was huge, so I could do that. And no, you can't become a regular at the precinct and only spend $30. It doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Dude, a steak is $85.
Yeah,
that's insane. And delicious, absolutely delicious. Crazy.
I mean, I would rather have, if I'm paying $85 for anything, I'd pay $85 for Skyline before I would pay for a steak. I would pay $85
I do pay $85 for Skyline every time my family goes, because it costs that much for 5 people to eat Skyline. I dread when my daughters stop getting kids 3-ways.
Oh my god!
I dread that.
Yeah, 3-way is expensive now. Yeah, I mean, I'd pay $85 for a gallon of homemade chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, but
sure.
Other than those 2 things, I'm not paying a lot for anything. I mean, I don't even want a steak, really.
I got asparagus. It was 3 pieces of asparagus.
$38. No.
3 pieces of asparagus. It was an upcharge. It's the only Jeff Ruby's restaurant that's not a la carte. So you get mashed potatoes and a salad with your steak.
Okay.
So I was like, is it just mashed potatoes? Because in the sides, there's a whole bunch of other sides. Why does it got to be mashed potatoes or a baked potato? So you can get asparagus for a $3 upcharge. I'm like, that's already $90. Yeah, give me $3 more for some asparagus. 3 pieces of asparagus. Best cooked asparagus ever. Not hard as a rock. Not mushy. It's perfectly cooked, delicious. But 3 pieces. That's what I got. 3 pieces of asparagus.
Nice.
It just seems like not a lot.
No. Although I'm okay with asparagus, but I don't honestly. If I'm ordering asparagus, I'm good with 3. I don't want too much more than that.
No, I like asparagus, man.
Yeah,
I do.
That's okay.
Anyway, definitely get the Brussels sprouts if you ever go there.
Well, don't do that. Actually,
the fried Brussels sprouts are amazing. Look, Brussels sprouts are gross if you just boil them and eat them. Yeah, it's gonna be disgusting and they smell terrible. But if you fry those bad boys up and a whole bunch of stuff, that nasty flavor starts going away. It takes a little of that bitterness out of it. Boy, that's some good stuff right there.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I'll ever end
I'll
up
make
there
some.
or not, but
I'll make some fried Brussels sprouts for you. I want to know what you think about them.
I mean, you don't have to.
I know, but now I want to. Now I want to make some fried Brussels sprouts. Dad makes some bomb fried Brussels sprouts.
Yep.
I'll fry up some Brussels sprouts and I'll see what you think about them.
Okay.
You try. If whatever you don't eat, I will. Whatever you don't eat, I will.
Definitely don't forget to do that.
All right. Enough talk about our week. It's time to get into what we all have been waiting for, and that is the Mount Rushmore of TV theme songs. I can't seem to figure out how headphones work. If you watch on YouTube, I'm gonna throw a suggestion out there. If you listen to podcasts, then obviously listen to this podcast on whatever platform you listen to podcasts. But I think the YouTube video might be. I mean, there's some little nuances in the video, right?
Don't you
think?
Yep.
I mean, 90% of it is us sitting in a chair looking at each other talking. But every once in a while, you can see me fidget around. You can see me like look and see my man boobs and try to straighten up and pull them back and stuff. You get a little kick out of some quirks.
I definitely would recommend the YouTube broadcast over any of the audio versions. Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, Mount Rushmore TV theme songs.
Here we go.
Chris is going to try to pull them up. Speaking of YouTube and audio, if you pull these up, if you're using YouTube, we're going to have to sit through ads. So
what's the way to do it then?
Do you use what do you use for your music? You use Spotify or Apple Music?
I use Amazon. I pay for the Amazon
FM
music.
radio. Oh,
AM radio. Music? What's music? Y'all don't listen to people talk. I don't know why that was the accent.
Jazz for an hour on NPR at night or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I would maybe search for it on whatever your music thing is, so you don't have to do ads.
I'm just gonna type in greatest TV theme songs. Let's see what pops up here. Oh, there's some in here already.
You might get them.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go first and do your?
No, I want you to start going.
Okay.
And this isn't gonna work the way I thought it was going to. That's all right.
However you want to do it.
Just start talking.
I just thought about the YouTube and we're sitting through ads. But anyway, I'm starting with. And I'll just do my 4 first, and then I'll let you do your 4, and then we can talk about the other ones we thought about.
Okay. I would like to just talk about a million of them before I actually pick, because
that's fine. I'll at least do mine. That way I don't name other ones that are on yours, so you can do them. First, I'm going to go with the Andy Griffith Show.
I know
there.
You would have that.
I have to. It's my favorite show of all time. Everybody knows, even if you haven't seen the Andy Griffith Show, I feel like a lot of people at least know the whistle. Have heard the whistle song. There you go.
Go ahead, talk about it while we go.
And there are actually words to that song. They're not in the theme song in the intro to the show, but it's a real song that he wrote, and there are words to it. So anyway, that's the Andy Griffith Show is one for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Family Ties.
Oh, that's good. So okay, go ahead.
I love Family Ties. I've been watching it a ton of it lately. But I'm sure that's influencing my decision on that one. But even if I wasn't, Family Ties theme song is one of the most recognizable to me. There you go. It's so great. And I think they played a different version of it for the first.
That's what they were saying
the,
on the
yeah, the
video I was watching. Yeah,
the first season or whatever, and then like a different singer sang it or something. But anyway, love that theme song. We're going. There it is. That even sounds different. Yeah, there's like a band
this is
playing.
closer to it. All right. Anyway, what we got next?
I'm gonna go Perfect Strangers.
Gosh, this is unbelievable.
Perfect Strangers.
Oh,
I
Balky.
love
Balky
Bartolomeus and Cousin Larry. I love Perfect Strangers. I need to go back and start watching that again too. But the theme song was just so good. I can picture the video playing with the theme song, the stuff they're doing. And at the very end is one of them's like running up some stairs or whatever as it zooms out. I love Perfect Strangers. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. Sometimes the world looks perfect. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Nothing to rearrange.
I love it.
So Strangers, and then last but not least, and this is what we were talking a little bit before this thing started, and this is not one of my favorite shows. Like those first three are shows that I loved.
Yep.
This show is a great show. I've seen enough episodes. It's a really funny show, probably maybe a little underrated, like funniest shows all time, maybe. Not one that's like in my upper echelon though, but maybe the most recognizable theme song, and it's the Golden Girls.
Absolutely.
The Golden Girls theme song. So many people know that, even if you didn't. Another one that's even if you didn't watch the show.
Yep.
You know the Golden Girls theme song.
Being a friend. And back again. Parties. Friend and a confidant.
Yep. What if you came to a party? Or if you threw a party? One you knew because you're turning 40 next week.
Oh, I am basically a Golden Girl now. Me and you can be the Golden Girls. So we're gonna rename the podcast.
New podcast
Golden
name.
Girls. The Golden Girls podcast. All right, so
perfect.
So like this is a hard one for me because there are so many. I don't know what this is.
Smash.
Oh, it might have been.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this is as recognizable as anything. Is that right there? It's unbelievable, right? Like that's. So I've got a bunch. I'm just gonna start playing. We're gonna play a little game. I'm just gonna pull up a theme song, and you got to guess what it is. All right?
Oh boy!
All right, here we go. Let's try to make this a little tough. Okay, here we go. We're gonna listen to this as I type it in. All right, here we go. You ready?
Seinfeld.
You know this is on mine. Like when that comes on, you know exactly what it is. So I'm gonna go. I'm not putting The Simpsons on mine.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold off. Seinfeld is definitely on it. This is also gonna be on mine. This is gonna be on mine.
Listen to that for a while and groove out.
Bare Naked Ladies.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you know what this is?
Yeah, this is yeah. Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory.
Yes. So Big Bang Theory, that's on mine. I love that. Like that was there. Like the older these shows are, the less anybody listens to them because you just hit the skip button all the time.
Sure.
On whatever streaming service you're watching. So I love that. That was one of the last shows before streaming that we really got into and watched.
Yeah. You had to wait for the next episode the next week.
Yes. So this here, my friend, let's see here. I hope that I hope this is it.
That's a long theme song.
Whoa, this is not.
That sounds like the beginning of a Janet Jackson song.
Yeah. Let's see if this is it.
The Simpsons.
This isn't it either.
Simpsons, the college years.
It's the most recognizable song I've ever heard in my entire life.
Oh.
And I cannot.
So it's by Michael Jackson. Law and Order.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't never watch Law and Order, but like this immediately popped in my brain.
Some of the best theme songs have no words.
No words.
And it's just like a lot of it's bass too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just really
With
cool
like,
bass.
Yeah, either with like some kind of horn thrown in or like a guitar, just like ding ding, just hitting a little
just
something.
a little lick in the middle of somebody slapping the heck out of a bass.
So I'm putting Law and Order on there.
Nice.
I think I'm at 3.
Very recognizable.
This here is without a doubt on mine too. Chosen one. This one's not as good. They did this. I mean,
I don't know that one.
You don't?
No.
Hold on. What's over here? That's not it. No? Woke up this morning? Sopranos.
Oh yeah, I never saw it. Never saw one episode.
Oh my gosh. I've seen it 4 times.
Really?
Love The Sopranos.
I feel like I've never even heard that. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
That is crazy to me. All right, here we go. You ready? So all the people out there, see how fast you can say what this is. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Did you beat Adam?
Oh yeah.
Knock on the door.
Three's Company.
There it is. Three's Company 2. All right, good job. All right, so now I'm just playing. Now we're just having some fun.
Sure.
Here we go. This is another one that I really love. All right, you ready for this? This I think could have been on mine. This could have been on mine. Hold on. You're gonna get it soon. Ready? You know what it is?
Yeah. Yes.
Dude, the 60s and 70s had some of the best.
Yeah. Name of it.
Come on. Red Fox.
Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son.
Written down on my this one on my other one. Yeah.
All right, here you go.
All in the Family.
All in the Family. I dude, that show was when I was a kid. I used to watch that show all the time. So crazy. Get it, Edith. Let's see here. What have I got here? All right, here we go. I mean, this one is obvious, but this is so good.
His voice is terrible. Is that Fran Drescher? Oh, Friends.
Nice. You got that quick. You got that one quick. All right.
You know, I feel like I wanted to allow the clap.
Yeah. I got you.
I feel like there are probably a lot of TV theme songs that are by famous bands that you don't realize.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't know that for sure, but the one, I mean, you said Bare Naked Ladies, and I'm like, I had no clue.
Yep. And you wouldn't know who actually sings them. Yeah.
Right.
Now, this one might be, this is another one. I could put this on there for sure. I could put this on there.
Here's the story. Brady Bunch.
Oh, man. I mean, again, it's.
You ready for some?
Yeah, start giving it to me.
Who's the boss? I almost put that on my. There were like 10 of them. I almost made my fourth. My
so
fourth.
good. I don't know what this is. It's this theme from Who's the Boss, though. Oh, that's not it.
It's the.
Is this it? Just in a different version?
Glenn Miller Trio Jazz Band version.
This is crazy.
But you get the.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, there. All right, what else you got?
Family Matters, mostly because it's just one of my favorite shows ever. But the theme song was excellent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Family Matters.
Give me a break. It's dark. It's a black.
That's not it.
That's not it. Unless that was Jaleel White saying that. I don't know. Or Reginald Bell Johnson, but that's not it either.
No, it's not.
Anyway,
wow.
Family Matters was
You
great.
figure that would be right off the top.
Forget about that.
Okay.
Check this one out. Speaking of bass and just funky, cool intro songs with no words, how about Night Court?
Oh, that's a good one.
Throw Night Court on there.
I'm struggling here. All of a sudden, I'm starting to have some issues with this. Night Court theme song.
These are like cover bands.
Yeah, it's weird. There we go.
Yeah,
there it is.
Oh,
it's not quite it exactly, but it's right there. Right. This is Tom Lundberg and his band doing it. Okay. Apparently.
Shout out Tommy.
Ooh.
Oh man,
so good.
I mean, you had the Wonder Years, Joe Cocker singing "Get By with a Little Help from My Friends."
This is really getting it in right now. Listen to that.
Make sure you hold that first note.
What?
Who knows if this episode's even going to be up because we're using all this music. Although, nope, none of these are the real songs.
Exactly. Nobody's even going to know how to take these down. I don't even know who to credit them to. Credit to all of music.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, give me a couple more here.
I mean, the Jeffersons.
I had that one.
Everybody's
about that one too. The Heffersons. The Jeffersons. Theme song. Okay, let's go. Come on now. Don't give me Nelly's version. All right.
Well, we're moving on.
There we go. To the east side. Oh, hold on. I just found something here. I like this one. Here we go. Ready?
Hit me with it.
Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. It took a whole lot of chili just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big leagues. Getting our turn at bat. I never knew what Nelly said when he did it. All right, here we go. Ready?
No.
Yeah.
The Addams Family. Addams Family. Gilligan's Island.
Did you know the original left out Marianne and the I can't remember. Hold on. So it's Gilligan, the skipper to anyway.
Oh, when they named the
Gilligan, the skipper to a millionaire and his wife, a movie star, and the rest here on Gilligan's. Oh, that's how they did it.
She threatened to quit the show.
A movie star, the professor and Marianne here on. So the professor and Marianne were left off in the original. I mean, there was only two more people you had to say.
Did you know?
Nobody else in the daggone thing.
Did you know Bob Denver, who played Gilligan, and the guy that played Skipper, whose name I can't think of right now?
Yeah.
Both recurring characters on the Andy Griffith Show.
I did know that. Yes,
They were
I
both
didn't
on a
know
couple
that. I didn't know
episodes.
the skipper was, but I knew that Gilligan was.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. This is gonna be a tough one for you. There's some people our parents' age that are gonna get this immediately.
Love Boat.
Yes, well done. Nice. Now you won't get this one, but this is a famous one.
Oh. Oh, Hawaii 5-0.
Okay,
I have that written down.
Did you?
My dad suggested that one.
that's a good one.
But it didn't. I felt like the beginning drum thing sounded different. For some
It probably is. Let's see here. Here we go. Here's another one. Ready?
Oh, Pink Panther.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay. One last one.
Okay.
Are we good with one last one, or do you have more?
I'll just name a couple more, but you don't have to play them.
Can I put this on mine now?
Yes, you can.
Can I switch it?
You can put Cheers on there.
I'm gonna take off the Sopranos and I'm putting Cheers on.
That's a good choice.
I'm taking Sopranos off and I'm putting Cheers on.
Sure would help a lot.
Wouldn't you like to steal away? I mean, what we are doing is rating these. We're allowed to do that on.
Are we rating these?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about.
10.
I mean, we're critiquing and stuff. We're talking about the greatest of all times.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So that is called that. I see. This is what I need. I need to get into. That thing was called. What's that album called? Film and TV Favorites. All right. What else you got?
I mean, you got Mr. Belvedere was a pretty good one. Full House. I mean, that's big in your house.
I can't believe I didn't put Full House on there. I even thought that when I was looking at that earlier.
Everybody knows that one.
Oh man,
Growing Pains was one of my favorite shows growing up. That was a really good theme song. Good Times is a big one. A lot of people know. I don't know. Yeah, I think those were it.
This is terrible. I can't go off of this. That's terrible.
Was that supposed to be Mr. Belvedere?
I don't know.
There you go.
There it is. Mr. Belvedere. Oh my gosh. What about Webster?
Webster, yeah.
I don't know if I would remember it though.
What happened to the game you never played?
Oh, my
boy.
God.
I'm turning this off. God knows what's going to come out of that.
Wow.
Oh boy. Okay.
Full House theme by Adam Schmidt. Yeah, that was terrible.
Jeez, oh Pete. Oh, not Western.
So many good ones.
Webster. See,
I-
but I don't even know if I could tell you Webster.
I can't think of it right now either, but if I hear it, I'm sure.
I don't know.
I'm sure I'd know it. But
Give me some more. I mean, you can't even find it.
let's see. So my dad suggested one, and I can't think of this theme song, but Hogan's Heroes, he said, is a really big one.
Okay, Hogan's Heroes theme song.
Yep. He gave Hawaii 5-0 and Hogan's Heroes were like the first two that popped into his mind when I was talking to him about it.
I do remember this. I used to watch this on my little tiny itty bitty TV, like 11 o'clock in the morning or in the at night.
Oh yeah, okay, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, MASH. We kind of mentioned that. MASH is another one.
Sure, I'm a big fan of the MASH theme song.
Yeah, it's just recognizable more than anything.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is another one. It's just like a little guitar and then a horn comes in, right?
Yep. And there are lyrics too, but
Yeah.
not in the
That's exactly right.
intro.
What else you got?
I think I might have mentioned all of them that I have written down. And the other thing is, I didn't even think about cartoons. There's so many
Dude,
cartoons.
I did the same thing. I did The Simpsons, but I couldn't. If we would have done cartoons, I'd be here all day long.
Sure, absolutely. Animaniacs was a big one. That was a good one. I remember Chip and Rescue Rangers.
Oh yeah. You know this?
Mr. Belvedere.
Streets of China.
Yeah.
That is matter before. When you drop kick your jacket, as you came through the door. No one
Wow.
there. The great Bob Euchre.
The great Bob Euchre is right. Oh man, that's good.
One of my favorite moments from working at the ballpark for the Reds was almost physically running into Bob Euchre. I was
What?
coming out of a room and he was coming out of a corner, coming around the corner, and we like almost ran into each other. Stopped real quick. Oh, sorry. And I start walking. I'm like,
That's Bob
that's
Euchre.
Bob Euchre. It was one of the. I mean, I saw a lot of players and coaches and
Sure.
stuff like that. I don't know if I was more starstruck by anybody than when I walked right by, almost ran into Bob Euchre. I'm like,
That's awesome.
this is one of the greatest, because he's like a comedian doing
100%.
doing
He's a comic. He's a comedy actor that does baseball. That played baseball.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking off Law and Order now too.
Come on. How did we not do it? That's like leaving Dr. Martin Luther King off the Mount Rushmore of doctors. How do we leave off?
Oh, what is wrong with us? Oh, there's a lot of good ones here, but I just found a whole new one here. Here you go. You ready? This is TV themes, various artists. Shaka music.
Oh, this sounds familiar.
Now you got to remember, these are going to be sang differently. 3, 2, 1. Mad About You.
Oh, okay. I never really watched that.
Come on. Different Strokes.
Different Strokes.
Yeah.
Wow, I totally forgot about
Yeah.
that. Oh, yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
Family Ties. Oh, I shouldn't have said it. You're good.
Oh, that's my number one.
That's
Number
right.
2. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
All right, here we go. Paul Witt special right here, buddy.
Dukes of Hazzard.
The Dukes of Hazzard. Daisy Duke. All right, here we go. We got another one. See if you can get it faster.
Good times there.
I didn't even think about the fact that it starts off like that. Oh, did we do this?
Growing pains.
You did mention it, but we never played it. The best is ready to begin.
Here we are, face to face.
I wouldn't know what this was, but I did watch it a few times.
Silver Spoons, is that what's that?
Yeah.
I think I heard that. Jason Bateman was in that.
Yep. Come on.
Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Even the weird version.
Yes. Ooh. Here we go. Oh, we already did this.
Yeah, Sesame Street gotta be on the mountain.
I know.
There's who's the boss.
There it is. We'll see. Oh, here we go. I love this show. Bum, bum. Come on, what do you got?
Green Acres.
Good job. About this? Oh, we already did this.
By the way Glenn Miller play.
I mean, Adam, how did we miss this?
Oh, Mr.
Are you
Rogers'
kidding?
Neighborhood.
This was the most impossible Mount Rushmore we've ever done.
It is. Yes, it is.
I got to pick
Right.
4.
Yeah.
I got to pick 4.
You can pick 40.
How in God's name am I only gonna pick 4?
Oh, God.
So ridiculous. Oh my gosh! And then this comes up.
Listen to my story about a man named Jed. Poor mountaineer barely kept the family fed.
How do we miss the Beverly Hillbillies?
And up from the ground came a bubbling broom.
Some of those.
These are all such funny renditions.
It is, isn't it? It's the Muppet Show.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gosh, it's been
There you go.
a zillion years since I've heard that.
Did you ever watch this? F Troop.
No.
Some of these I'm skipping because I don't even know them. So, this was a good one. This was a good one. We grabbed a good one here. I think that's everything on here. Okay. All right. I feel like we've done. I know we're missing some. Please go in the comments and let us know the millions or what your 4 would be. The ones we haven't played. And obviously we left out some cartoons because you got Flintstones and the Jetsons and Scooby-Doo and I mean you name it, right?
Yep.
Hercules, not Hercules, what was his name? He-Man. I mean you could just go on forever.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh my gosh, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtle Power?
Yeah.
The ice, the Vanilla Ice.
Oh, he did one for the movie, right?
Yeah.
He did it for the movie. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. See, famous people doing some of these songs. We could do 3 hours of just that.
We totally could. I'm glad we stopped because I could have kept doing that, and it's getting late. So
that should be the playlist at your birthday party.
There you go. Just TV theme songs, baby. TV theme songs. Kick them out. I can't believe I didn't put Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is on there.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what else I didn't do? Man, I don't even know if I could recognize it. Let's start talking about what the next thing is, and I want to see if I can find this.
I don't know what Shane Gillis's Mount Rushmore of TV theme songs would be, but he's got he might have a Mount Rushmore of impressions. He's not even really an impressionist,
but very good though.
He's his Donald Trump. If you know Shane Gillis, you know his Donald Trump impression. Yeah, it's really, really good. But his Australian accent, I mean, I know a lot of people can do an Australian accent, but I can't, and his is really good.
You know what this is?
I mean, it's respect, but what was this a theme?
I don't think it was. Was it? Maybe it was. Wow. I used to love Murphy Brown. I couldn't even tell you if this was it or not, but it's the beginning of an episode, so unbelievable. Murphy Brown theme song. Is that weird? I've clicked on 3. It's been 3 different songs. I clicked on 3 different options, 3 different songs. Okay.
How about Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
For some reason, that group that did that song, that's been coming up on TikTok or something lately a bunch.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand TikTok. TikTok doesn't make any sense to me.
It's addicting and entertaining, but
there's some entertaining people on TikTok.
Oh yeah, big time.
But I
also some people that make me feel like I hate living in this world.
Sure, I totally believe it. Just another reason why I try to stay off all that stuff.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
I watch one dude on TikTok, and it's this guy that does little shorts about travel baseball families and stuff, and he's hilarious.
You know, one thing that has nothing to
shout out MP3. Sorry,
MP3, nice. One thing that has nothing to do with anything we're talking about, but I should have mentioned it when you mentioned your girls. Rocco Baldelli, the Reds. Yeah. We were thinking about talking about that. We don't have time for it, but they're in a big time wild card race.
And lost
maybe not anymore because they're freaking 2 games out now or whatever. But they played the Twins the last 3 days.
Yeah.
And Rocco Baldelli is the Twins manager.
Yeah.
He is now the father of twins.
Just now?
I think.
Good God.
I just saw it.
Why? What?
He's not very old.
He's
But-
old enough.
He's 40 maybe, or maybe not even that. I don't know. I
You
gotta
think he's
think.
younger than me?
I bet he's right around our age. I bet.
Okay,
I'll
I'm not.
do it.
I could
I'll
care
do it.
less. I could care less.
Yeah.
I'm not. You know
Anyway.
what? This is another thing. I've got something I'm not. I'm trying not to do anymore.
Okay.
If I don't agree with someone, instead of immediately going to the Google machine, I'm just gonna say, yeah, you're probably right. Or if someone corrects me, like I say something and they're like, no, you're wrong. It's da 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 da. For now on, I'm just gonna go, oh, okay. I'm done. I'm done with arguing. I'm done with people trying to tell me what I'm right or wrong or what it was about. I'm just gonna go, huh, okay, and I'm gonna be done.
He is 41 years old,
God, he's right in between us.
and well, he's exactly my age. And
Sorry,
he
you'll be
is
42 in 2 months.
yeah, that's true. 3 or 4 months. Yeah. And 2 days ago, they gave birth to twins.
Good for him. I'm gonna tell you this right
Manager
now.
of the twins.
I'm 40 years old. I'm not having kids right now. It's done. It's over. When my girls got out of diapers, that's it. It's over. I'm done.
Yeah.
40 years old, dude. When they're 21, you're
Never
gonna be
know.
61.
I know a
If they
family.
get married at 30, you're gonna be 70. You're gonna be old as dirt at their wedding.
Yeah. I know a family that but you know what? That's happening more and more all the time now because
Sure.
people aren't getting married until they're in their
30s,
Yeah.
mid 30s,
mid-30s at least, yeah. So I know a family that had probably a few of them, but kids my age and my brother's age, they were in our classes, and they had another kid when like we were in high school or something. Like,
That's crazy.
Like a 15-year difference.
Wow, that's insane. A Disney baby or something like that, right?
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. That's yeah. The kid gets old enough to go to Disney, 7, 8, 9 years old. Boop. Oh, now we got Disney baby.
Okay.
Not that you stole it from Disney World, just that's when the baby was created.
But
Anyway,
you can steal one.
I
There
mean,
are tons of kids at Disney.
there are plenty.
If you want to steal a kid,
most parents
that's a
probably
good
could
place
care
to
less. Go. Oh, geez, that's terrible. What was I gonna say? Oh, I feel like everybody had somebody in their class. Like, you got the young mom, and then you got a whole bunch of like regular aged moms that are all about the same age. And then you got that one family that's got them old as dirt parents. Mine was Mike Eckstein. That dude was white-headed and bald with Mike Eckstein had parents that were old as dirt when we were in like 4th grade. They were 60 something when we were in 4th grade.
And
They looked it at least.
And then he grew up to be the shortstop of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And
That's exactly right.
won the World Series.
Yeah, that didn't happen, but it's different Mike Eckstein, but sure.
David
Yeah,
Eckstein.
David Eckstein.
Okay. I'm sorry for getting us off track there.
David Eckstein, famously, one thing that I learned from David Eckstein in my entire life, when you get to the World Series in the playoffs, Louisville Slugger whoever makes your bats, you might be David Eckstein and just be some rum dum that was like a rookie or like a 28-year-old rookie or whatever he was. And you got the garbage bat, like the second or third, bat that they're giving out. And then all of a sudden you make it to the playoffs and that thing that says David Eckstein on the end of it, you get a whole new batch of bats and they're hotter than a firecracker.
Oh.
He said he never hit balls so hard in his life than he did in the playoffs. He lined out more in the playoffs to the outfield than he ever had in his entire. He's like, base hits were just line drives outs.
They cork them or something?
That's just I don't know. It has to do with the grain. You got wider grain, shorter grain for the older growth part of the tree and the younger. So you got stronger wood as the older the tree, the harder the heartwood is, and the younger the tree, the sapwood is a little lighter, so a little softer. So depending on what part of the tree it comes out of, that's where you get back in the day, Louisville Slugger at the top, it would say powerized. Remember that?
Yeah.
And if it had the powerized stamp, it was like an $80 bat.
Mhm.
Or you could buy that exact same bat and it would be like $24.
$20. Yep.
But they look exactly the same. It has to do with they're both ash bats. They're both ash,
The quality of the wood.
but it's the quality of the wood that
Yeah.
gives you more pop. So that's powerized, quote unquote.
Ready for a really fast game?
Let's do
The back and forth
Okay.
game, 2002 Angels.
Garrett Anderson,
David Eckstein.
Mike Sosha.
That
That has to count.
It counts. It counts. Darren Erstad.
Jim Edmonds. No, am I wrong?
Was he on that
I
team?
don't know. He
Maybe
played
he was on
for
the
the
team.
Angels.
I'll
for
give
a
it to you.
minute. Okay.
Tim Salmon.
You suck. I don't know. Gary Gaetti. I'm just gonna start throwing guys that I know that played for the Angels.
Hank Aaron.
I don't know. Gary Gaetti, I feel like played for the Angels. He played for 25 teams. He had to play for the Angels at some point
At
in
some
time.
point he did, sure. If we're switching it to all-time Angels.
Who would have played? Who played first for? I don't know.
Darren Erstad played first.
Erstad, and then Tim Salmon played third and a little bit of outfield, left field.
Eckstein was
Eckstein was
shortstop.
shortstop. Garrett Anderson played center or right? Center.
Yeah, one of the two.
Jim Edmonds couldn't.
If
He had
Jim
to be,
Edmonds was
Jim
on the team,
Edmonds.
he had to be center.
I think Jim Edmonds might have been on that team, and then followed up that great year with a big signing contract to the Cardinals. Yeah, I feel like that's how that went.
Might be right.
I could be totally wrong about that.
The catcher, was it? Benji Molina maybe or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Could have
I
been.
think you're right. I think it was Benji Molina.
John Lackey.
There you go. The glasses guy. Who's the guy that wore the glasses?
Yeah.
Come on, redhead guy with the
Closer?
glasses. Yeah. Setup man or closer. Anyway,
Yeah.
Doolittle, not Doolittle. That's now.
Dr. Doolittle.
There was a Doolittle on that team.
Maybe.
And I think he had he was the guy with the glasses. I don't know. I don't know. Couldn't even tell you who their main pitcher was.
I think it was Lackey. He was there.
Probably was.
He was there one or two.
God, that's an ugly son of a gun too. John Lackey had some horse teeth, dude.
Yeah.
He was an ugly son of a gun.
Yeah, he was.
He was not good.
Last week, one day, I thought about and I know why, I thought about our tournament of ugliest baseball players of all time.
Yes.
And because it came up from 5 or 6 years ago as a Facebook memory or whatever it was.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
That was so much fun. Doing the polls on Twitter. We got to do something like that again. We got to get that thing rocking again. That was so good.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Shane Gillis, beautiful dog. Let's bust through this because I'm going to tell you right now, Adam, this was as pleasantly surprising as I've ever been in my life. This might be the hardest I've laughed in months.
Wow.
I'm talking start to finish. This dude had me the whole time. He reminds me of a guy that I used to work with and now is a customer of mine and went to Elder, and a guy named Joe Zanuck. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to know who that is, but he kind of reminds me of him. And that dude is hilarious.
Wow.
This dude that I know he's one of the funniest dudes in the world. This guy's same mannerisms, kind of looks like him a little bit. This was great. And the Down syndrome part, oh my God, it couldn't have got much better than that. This dude is just picking them off, joke after joke after joke after joke. And then he starts talking about Downs, and I'm like, don't mess this up, bro. This has been really funny. I literally sitting in my car, and I'm like, do not mess this up.
Know as I'm watching that, I'm like, I want to know what Chris really thinks about this.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, don't mess this up, dude. And he didn't. He nailed it because everything was prefaced with the greatest human beings in the world. Like when he said, what did he say? He said, when you tell somebody that you got someone in your family with Down syndrome, like, oh, is he okay? And he's like, yeah, he's living the absolute best life ever.
He's the happiest person I know.
The joke he made about people that don't think aren't gay. Oh, that was one of the funniest jokes that I had heard in that entire thing. He said, I'm not saying anything about people don't think that they're or have a feeling like you're gay from birth or whatever, but people that can't think, I ain't a single one of them. He's talking about how they love tits. Sorry, I just threw that out there. It is what it is. Hey, Uncle Paul loved women, man. I mean,
he did.
There was no doubt about it. He was outside of making his own grilled cheese. My Uncle Paul wasn't even allowed using a microwave. So
I'm not sure he was a John Cena fan, but he was an old school wrestler.
Oh yeah, he knew the Hogan. He knew the Hulkster and all that. Yeah. Absolutely. And we have come across videotapes up in his room where he recorded over something just so he could record only the certain scenes on Skinamax. And then would pause it as soon as they were done.
What do you mean, people who can't think? I don't even know how to do that.
My man was amazing. He could record over a VHS. Nobody's business.
Oh my God. Yes.
I think I was probably like 10, 11 years old, and I was like, oh,
Pee Wee Herman. And I stuck it in there and went, that's not Pee Wee Herman.
Turns out Pee Wee Herman went to a theater and
It
watched
starts
that
with
same thing.
it starts with Pee Wee Herman, and all of a sudden it goes squiggly lines and boom. Okay, all right. Where did this come from?
Softcore Pee Wee Herman.
Yes, go get it. Go get it.
Oh my God. Yes, he did. He did do a really good job because I kind of thought the same thing. I'm like, oh, here we go. And then I'm like, actually, this was your thing. Either way, neither one of us knew that was going to be a joke. But he has talked about that before, and he does. I mean, he does like facial expressions, and
he does, and he talked. He did a couple times. He just kind of said something, and I was like, yeah, it's just like imitating.
He's
Paul.
he's very close.
Yeah.
To looking like that, and
he said, man, it could get anybody. He said, yeah, I got Down syndrome in my family. Yeah, it nicked me a little bit. Getting out of the way, trying to dodge it. It nicked me a little bit. Oh God.
No, he did a good job with that, and I'm with you. I mean, I think I talked last week about, we watched his last special, and I was like, I don't know.
I don't remember what was his last special.
I'm trying to remember what it was called.
I can't remember much about it because I'm watching and I'm like, I don't know what happened. This dude, this is hilarious.
And you can tell his last special was done in a club. This was at a big theater.
Yep.
And he's doing big theaters now.
Sure.
This guy's gotten huge. And he's obviously gotten a lot better.
Very much so. I loved it. I'm going like a 4.6.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm throwing a big number on this. I laughed from the beginning to the end.
I'm with you. I laughed out loud more than I usually do.
Absolutely.
Even the ones I like.
Absolutely.
I went with a 4.2. Which is
pretty
good.
Great. Those are great scores.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, 4.6. That's awesome. Yeah. This was really good. Watch Shane Gillis. Beautiful Dogs. Beautiful Dogs is referencing the way that, I mean, his Donald Trump is so good. All of his jokes about
close your eyes and it's Donald Trump talking.
It's really good. Yeah. Man, so yeah, a lot of good jokes. I think I wrote down a few things, but it's probably doesn't matter. Oh yeah. I mean, I had to. My favorite joke has to be the one about the NBA. He's like, the reason they're the only good white players in the NBA are foreigners is because American white kids are in the 8th grade and seeing the black 8th graders dunk, and they're like, oh,
okay,
right.
This isn't for me.
Yeah.
And then what did he say after that? He was like, I guess I'll be setting screens and hard picks for the next setting hard picks and playing defense or
boxing
something.
out hard.
Yeah, I'll be setting screens and boxing out hard for the next 4 years.
Oh man, so good. Yeah, his Australian accent, a lot of the stuff about that, he got made fun of by a goth in Australia.
Oh,
you can't be goth in Australia and have an Australian accent. Something I know I would struggle with too is his girlfriend's ex is a Navy SEAL. I'm very insecure already, and if I have an ex with a Navy SEAL ex, that would be tough for me. Yeah, all the stuff about living with his girlfriend now. That was funny.
That's
you know,
yep. No, there's a lot of the belly to belly. That stuff is hilarious. He said he starts. Oh, there you can get into some of that stuff. We won't do it for obvious reasons on this podcast, but oh my, that was some of the funniest stuff there was.
The story
might fall out a couple times.
Yeah. The story about going to visit George Washington's house and
the very end, his teeth. Everybody thinks he has wood teeth. He does not have wood teeth. It's a donkey and
it was like
slave.
The top row is horse and cow.
Horse and cow and
is
slave teeth.
That's crazy.
Oh God! You save that for the end? You got me all pumped up, and you save that for the end? What's wrong with you people?
Oh God!
2 hours to get over that.
He walked into the slave quarters. He's like, "Yeah, this dude sucks." And he went into the gift shop or whatever, and they got him back right away.
Got him back. They pulled him back in. Pulled him back in.
Oh my God! All right. Well, we just gave away all the jokes on it.
Talking about him crossing the Delaware River, like the British, rightfully so, were caught off guard because
only a crazy person would try to cross a freezing river on Christmas Day. All the pictures have George Washington standing up on the little rowboat. George, get down, get your horse teeth down. There's some fun. Oh, that was good. That was good.
Really good special. Really good special.
I loved it. I think. Whew, sorry. If you get a chance, this Netflix, Shane Gillis, Beautiful Dogs, 1000% needs to be watched.
Yep.
This needs to go. That was huge.
He sent the dogs in. Beautiful dogs.
Beautiful dogs. They're beautiful dogs.
That's so on point. So I can see him saying that in real life.
I think he probably did. The way
I
he
think
was
it was
talking
real.
about it, I would totally believe that was real.
Yeah.
I mean, you could fool me, yes, because that dude would say anything.
Oh my God. Okay, so we have Mount Rushmore to comedy for next week. I have a comedy set up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's stay on Netflix. Couple more brand new ones.
Just came out. Yeah.
I'm sure we saw the same ones. I'm going with first we'll probably end up doing both of them anyway. But first we'll go with Michelle Wolf.
Okay. So we've done a few of hers now. This will be the third, I believe.
Is it the third?
I think this is the third Michelle Wolf we've done.
Okay.
Mixed reviews, if I remember correctly.
Good memory.
On the
I
first
don't remember.
I like her.
Yeah.
I like
she's
Michelle
funny.
Wolf.
Yeah.
She's very funny. Her voice is I mean, that's the one but it's also what makes a lot of her jokes funny.
Mm-hmm.
Because of her speed, repetition, and that whatever I don't know what the pitch of her voice is, but whatever it is, I think she's pretty good. Very interested to see how this goes. So, yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's contagious.
It's great to be here is what it's called.
It's great to be here. Nice. I wonder how long it's been out, because I've heard a couple newer jokes that I hadn't heard on. I thought it was on Comedy Central, Sirius station, but it might have been on Netflix. But if it's one of those that I never heard, there's some good stuff in there. So
I thought in the last week or two it just came out.
So anyway, Michelle Wolf, that'll be good. And now we get dude, you killed it with that Mount Rushmore.
I was lucky. Yeah.
We could almost retire the Mount Rushmore segment after that. No, I'm just kidding.
I would say we would if we retired one of the two, would we retire comedy
Mount Rushmore?
We would retire the Mount Rushmore.
I'd retire.
First?
It's so difficult anymore.
That's the thing. It's
so
finding
difficult.
a topic.
There's always new comedy segments.
You're right.
And I truly enjoy trying to find comedy, watching them and talking about them. Yeah. Whereas a lot of times the Mount Rushmore comes and I'm like, oh, well, let's go downstairs and I'll just throw the top four, come off my head and go from there. So yeah, I would say if we got rid of one, it would be Mount Rushmore.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, what would
we can?
What would you say?
I would say let's do one more, so you have to think of one. Off the top
so we can do this forever. I'm not ready to retire it. I am not ready to retire, but that is fair. All's fair in love and war.
I just want to see you squirm and look around the room for a while.
That's my favorite thing to do. I like to try to build off of yours, but you cannot build off of that. That was,
I don't know. I mean,
unbelievable.
There could be something, TV characters or
no. I'm gonna go with here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to go with the Mount Rushmore
wide receivers
of inventors.
Wow. I mean, that is
the Mount Rushmore of inventors.
Beautiful.
Oh, or should it be no, not inventions. Or inventors.
Inventors. I got two of them on the brain right now.
I looked out, I saw the Edison bulb in there, and I said, I think his name was Thomas Edison. That shows you how much I know about any of that. Old Tommy Edison created a light bulb. Boom. There you go. Let's do inventors.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess he created the one with the little laser Z or what.
Something like that. Yeah. I don't know.
The Edison bulbs look different.
Yeah, they're different. They got the
you can
and if you
see the lightning bolt in between the filament thing.
If you could ever take a noise and see what it is in your head, if you're not, I mean, like the noise that was that looks like an Edison bulb.
Yeah. If you're listening to the audio,
I feel like you can see
you
it.
can see it.
Yeah, I feel like you can see the. Okay, so we've got Mount Rushmore of inventors. We have Michelle Wolf, comedy, and so much more.
Next week we will probably get into the Reds a little bit because unless they've fallen completely off.
Yeah.
But
They're going to need to go on about a 4-game winning streak to get themselves back into this.
The last 2 or 3 weeks, though, they've been in a really exciting race with 4 other teams.
4 other teams, and they're all within a half game, 1 game, half game, 1 game. Then they're in it, and then they're out, and then it's insane.
Yep.
And you lose 2-3 to the Twins.
You lose 5-3 to the Twins because of
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
Oh, 2 out of 3. Sorry. Yeah.
Hunter Green has the best start of his career.
Yeah. Probably of any Red this season.
And you can't finish it. Can't close the door. I was driving down the road. I was in Columbus, and I got to a place called Fifth Avenue Lumber, and I put the car in park, and Gabo comes in and gives up a double. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hear this. And I turned it off. And I'm walking, and there's a couple Reds fans inside there, and and it's in Columbus. So that's kind of one of the things we have in common. I get up and I'm talking to the guy. And I said, don't tell me what's going on. I'm walking 25 minutes. I come back. He goes, they're still in the same inning. And I'm like, oh my God.
Well, he didn't give up. He might have given up 1, but they had the lead going into the 9th, and Alexis Diaz came in.
So apparently Gabo gave up, was it 1? He only gave up 1. It was all in the 9th inning is where the guy made it sound like it was all in the 8th, but it was in the 9th. He has been struggling, bud.
I know.
Struggle bus.
Yep.
Big time struggle bus.
They took him out. They put Maul in, the kid from the A's. They got from the A's. But no.
You got to be able to slam the door, man. This bullpen was so good there for a while. You got to be able to slam the door in a game that you need. A game that you need at the end of the year, you got to be able to shut the door.
Yep. Really needed that one.
That was huge. Anyway, all right. So that's where we're at. And we'll see what we talk about next week. So until then, don't forget to turn your headlights on.